I think what Danny and his guys did this year is stunning. I don't know how hard it is for the fans to appreciate because they don't see the preparation from behind, how challenging it is when you have all of these players go down. It's similar to an orchestra. You take out a whole line of cellos and bring in new players because people are out. The orchestra doesn't sound the same. They may get there, but they don't sound that way. So I think what Danny did was a phenomenal job with his staff this year. I think he's tracking on many of the areas that we laid out as part of his plan. And I think his biggest disappointment in mine, even going into the Ohio State game, we felt we still could get ourselves to a position of postseason, which was one of our goals this year. And, I think the injuries finally caught up with us. And, I think they played hard. I am disappointed that we put ourselves in position the last 4 games. At halftime, we were leading those games. We didn't finish them. And certainly we're all disappointed about that. But I've been through that before. In basketball, we had Teague and Landry and get hurt. And we go through a 9-19 year and really bounce back. So I think if we get the kids back relatively healthy, we have a chance to put ourselves back into postseason and continue to build the pipeline of talent that allows us to compete for a championship. Last year I did an extension to pull Danny out to 5 years. It seemed appropriate to do that. I don't do it every single year. I have several coaches. Dave Shondell has 4 years right now. You look at each of these coaches and you look at their contract situation. You don't want to put them in a situation from a recruiting standpoint that's awkward, but at the end of the day, there really is no significance to the fact. It was an honest response that I'm not going to extend or recommend that his contract be extended, but there's no significance to it. He's my coach. He's the guy who's going to lead us in 2011. He has the capacity, the energy, the plan to take us where we need to be. He needs, as well as does the staff and the players, a break. And the break is to stay relatively healthy. If we were this year relatively healthy and had these kinds of outcomes, we'd all be, scratching our head. But that's not the case. We weren't relatively healthy. And I think people saw talent on that field, that we were faster. I think the secondary did a great job. Our offensive line developed very nice. We said we wanted to stuff the rush a year ago. We did. We said we wanted to get better play out of the secondary. We did. We wanted to introduce the run-read option as part of the spread offense. We did. What we didn't anticipate was being down to the third and fourth quarterback. And, I think that it's unfortunate for the kids. It's unfortunate for those seniors that have gone out. It's unfortunate for Danny. And I'm a fan, too. I'm as frustrated as anybody because I could see the possibilities. And, they didn't materialize. And I've been here now for a while, and I think I've seen 8 different quarterbacks, 8 or 9, and probably watched 200 games, home and on the road. And I can't think of more than 2 games when Kyle Orton was hurt with a hip we've ever had our starting quarterback out. So we ran for a long, long time without any injuries, and for whatever reason, Mother Nature caught up this year, and it really put this team behind the 8 ball. And so I think we have a little, the last 2 losses in particular give us a little chip on our shoulder, but at the end of the day, maybe that's what we need to make sure we go into next year remembering exactly what we've got to accomplish, get ourselves healthy, and show the fans what we really can do.